Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Challenge. We have two single malt Scotch whiskies, Jura Journey, introduced in 2017, no age statement from Whyte MacKay. And it is competing at Glen Moray Speyside Elgin Classic, introduced in 2014, their classic line. Age approximately 6 years, totally an American oak. Now the Jura is aged, you know what, I should have kept that up there. Jura is aged in now their distillery shut down for a while, and it was reopened in 1963. So it's been open since then. Let's see, aged in so tiny you can't read that. American white oak. Okay, so they're both aged in American oak. All right. So let's get them going here. Come on, you move over a little bit. Got this cat laying here. She's been going for 24 hours. Where were you for 24 hours? Showed up at 5:30 for your food, though, didn't you? 5:30 Central. Okay, you lay there. Got this foil cap. Press board cork. Well, no, I'm doing something. Okay, can't pet you right now. She's trying to grab my hand. You just lay there. I gotta do this. All right. All right, there's the Jura Journey. This cost me $22.99. The price of the Glen Moray was $24.99 at Walmart, but right after I bought it, the price started going up. So it's going to cost you about $28 now, $27, $28. Depends how lucky you are, I guess. Okay. It's also got a cap, foil cap cover. Yeah, particle board cork also. All right. Get that moisturized so we don't have any problems later with it dry rotting like I had with that Wild Turkey 101 and the biscuit, cognac biscuit, Andre biscuit. Okay. Guess I can put these back in the boxes. Now, the appearance. Oh, good. I poured them exactly correct. The Jura is darker. It's amber. They might have color added. But look at the Glen Moray. It's so pale. It's straw. It's not even, it's barely golden. So I don't think they're adding any coloring to that. It is so light. There's the guest star. Okay, you lay there. I'm gonna have to mix these up because I'll be able to tell them apart. If I glance, well, I want to make sure I don't know which is which. And so if I glance down, I'll be able to tell them apart by virtue of darker versus lighter. Now, does Glen Moray make a lot of different ones? Yeah, there's a 12-year age that I noticed Walmart had. Tomatin had a 12-year also. Jura has a bunch. But if you get their classic line, that's just their standard line. They've got single malt, the Elgin Classic. That's what I have. Classic single malt. The classic port cask finish in port barrels. Sherry cask finish. Chardonnay cask finish. Cabernet Sauvignon cask finish, and classic peated single malt, which I've never seen any of these others, to my recollection. Now, you got the Heritage Series. 12-year-old, I've seen that. 15-year-old, 18-year-old, 21-year-old Portwood finish, 10-year-old Fired Oak. It's just a matter of going around and seeing what stores want to carry what, I guess. The Curiosity Series, Madeira cask, Rum Agricola cask finish, Chenin Blanc cask, Rye cask, Curiosity Rum Agricola cask finish, Curiosity Rum. Looks like the same thing. Did they post it twice? Let's see. Rich and spiced dark toffee. Let's see if they accidentally posted that twice. Oh no, there's two different ones. There's two different Rum Agricole cask finishes. Now there's the Warehouse One collection. The result experiments and cask adventures from behind the doors of our most famous warehouse. So they got Barolo, Tokaji, Manzanilla, that's a Japanese Manzanilla. No, not that's Mitsunaru. Manzanilla. There's private casks, handpicked selection of their most treasured single malts. Private cask finish Marsala cask finish. Then they have signature travel. You can only get that at the airport. Signature classic, signature 12-year-old, and signature 15-year-old. So as you can see, they have a huge array, and so does Jura. So you could never run out of options, with these things. Not in any real sense. All right. Would I like to try them all? Yeah, but you can't try everything from everybody. You'd never cover everything. Smells sweet, like honey or nectar. Sweet honey, nectar, bread crust, sugar water. Mm-hmm. More honey, less sugar water, less nectar. Smells like it must be the Jura. Taste time. Lots of wood. honey, nectar, sweet. All of that's sweet. Sweet whiskey, saturated wood, honey, nectar, dough. Hard to say. Sweetness, sugar water, lots of wood, and some peat. And they say on the Jura website it's 25% peat, 75% non-peated. You can taste the peated malt. So that's got to be the Jura. Now, which one is better? Oh, well, I mean, they're both so nice. I mean, it's really not. It's a tie. They're both really great. So better or worse, forget that. I would shop price. If you never had either one, you may as well save a few dollars and get the Jura Journey. But considering you can get both of these for less than $50 total, that's before tax, maybe even after tax. Yeah, don't pass them up. And then you could just keep growing and growing with all the higher grade ones that they have, extra aged and all of that. So we got the Glen Moray aged about 6 years, meaning what? There's no official age statement, but it runs about 6 years. Just like Jack Daniels on the tour. They say, we don't give an age statement because they said they don't want to pay the tax. That's what the guy said. If you give an age statement, you have to pay a tax. He said, but it is about 4 years old. We know it's at least 4 because it got no age statement on the label. But does it come around? Does it come out nice after about 6 years in American oak? Oh, yes, indeed. They're both A products. You say, well, if their base model is an A, then it must be all A plus, A. Well, I would assume it is. I don't know. I haven't tried them. There's different levels of A, though. You got to understand it's a 10-point scale. So it's not like it's really above 10 points because you got 100, and then above 100 would be world class. But you wouldn't assume any of these would be world class until you get to the real specialties. But let's see if I can call it now. Can't tell where the glasses are. Okay. I think that's the Glen Moray. It's got a little spicy note also. It is. I can tell it's the Glen Moray without looking at the tag because of how light it is. But yeah, just for the sake of it, look at the tag. All right. So just what I thought. 2 great products. No winner, no loser. Just the only factor you could bring in is price point. Or if you might say, I don't like whiskeys with color added. I want it to be pale like that. Even after 6 years, it's that light. Yeah, that's what happens. It doesn't really get dark. B Aviation. Good morning, Ron. Good morning to you, B Aviation. Thanks for watching. Well, Friday's Taste Challenge, and we're going to do Fandango Friday tomorrow. That's the plan at 6:30 Eastern with liquor or liqueur. I have a liqueur, Rich and Rare Peach. Rich and Rare Reserve Peach, sorry. There might be a Rich and Rare Peach. But this is Rich and Rare Reserve, extra aged, a little higher grade whiskey, peach flavor with natural peach flavor. So see how it is. Probably tastes like peaches. Going to a minor league baseball game today. Lansing Lugnuts. Haha. I've heard of the Lansing Lugnuts. We used to have a minor league team here, but all the Louisiana minor league teams left. The Alexandria Aces, Shreveport Sports, New Orleans Zephyrs, later Baby Cakes, Baton Rouge River Bats. Gone with the wind. So now it's just college baseball here. Well, college baseball was always more popular here anyway, for whatever reason. And these college teams always had better attendance than the New Orleans Zephyrs. Well, the Zephyrs did have good attendance in the 90s and early 2000s, but it started to deteriorate with bad ownership and problems like that. Hurricane Katrina hurt it because people were preoccupied with that instead of worrying about baseball games. But anyway, that's the story there. Tomorrow we're going to try to do Jura going up against, I might do it today as a preemptive on tomorrow, but whatever. The next one coming up is Jura versus Glenlivet Founders Reserve, which is another nice one. So no age statement. That's their NAS, no age statement version. So they wanted to get into that game about 7 years ago. And it's going to be the same thing, just shop price, which means Jura is going to win. Jura is going to win by just their much better price point. Glenlivet, see, the problem with Glenlivet is good. It's from Chivas Brothers, right? It's a good product, but you're paying for the name. You see, you're paying for the name, and I don't really like paying for the name. I'd rather just pay for the liquid inside the bottle. Then we got Glenlivet 12-year on Saturday. You would assume that the Glenlivet 12-year would win, but that's a much more expensive bottle, about twice the price. Not twice, but 2/3 the price. But I'm not totally confident that's going to happen. And then you got the, we're going to close out with Ardbeg 10 versus Jura. Now, you say, well, that's a mismatch because it's a 10-year age Speyside versus a no age statement Highland and all of that. Well, you know, I don't know if it's a mismatch. Two different sub styles. It doesn't make total sense to do it, but you know, why not? Heck, I joined late. Which one won? It was a tie, B Aviation, but Jura won by virtue of price point. Just a couple of $2-3 savings. What's the oldest single malt you've ever had? Kind of snobby question, huh? It is a snobby question. No, that's a good question. The oldest, I think it was just the 12-year age. Yeah. Kalila 12. I only tried that once. And the Ardbeg Boss 10-year. And the Glenlivet 12. That's it. And Glenfiddich 12. I tried that once, but I don't have a bottle yet. That's the plan, to buy Glenfiddich 12. Maxwell in the Russian Federation. Hello, Ron. Hello to you, Maxwell. Okay, well, thanks, everybody, for watching. And give a slight edge to Jura on price point only, but otherwise, they're both mighty fine.